something's off. And that feeling, that's not anxiety. That's your mind trying to wake up. Welcome to A Beautiful Mind of Dada, where we tear the lies apart and rebuild you one truth at a time. This channel is not for everyone. I'm not asking you to watch this video if you don't want to. But if you really need help, then I will try to be by your side until we reach the truth together. Anxiety, nervousness, loss of concentration, distrust, unbearable loneliness in the soul, the desire for something but vague and sometimes incomprehensible that you can't even explain. Is this familiar to you? I don't think it will be easy for me to explain everything, but I will try to lay the foundation for our relationship and mutual understanding. The reason for this situation is that there is too much information. More information leads to more demands, ambitions. The brain begins to form specific images and sensations, but reality differs from expectations. And this is the most interesting thing, because at this moment you lose the sense of reality and try to figure out what the problem is in you. The problem is that you are not the problem. This happens in society, and we can blame society, neighbors, relatives, or someone else, but this will not solve this problem. But the main thing is the situation, your situation, which is difficult and requires help, understanding, and sometimes comfort. Young men are in this situation. I want you to know that you are not alone in this world. I am not trying to speak to you with beautiful words. I am not trying to appear a kind person. These are rotten times. The bastards have become kings. Kings are hiding. They feel like you, and you, yes, you are the king. You just don't know it yet. There is so much information around. So many cretins who live the best life will saturate you that you think you are the problem. And again, your mind will deceive you that it is so. And it is your feelings that are trying to tell you the truth, but it doesn't work. It's time to wake up. Time is passing. Nothing much changes in you. And if you think this video is just the same stupid, useless, supposedly motivational nonsense that everyone makes for subscribers, you are very wrong. I want you to understand the foundation. I want you to listen to me and understand where the fight for your awakening began in order to feel better, so that when you wake up, you don't spend 2 hours in bed looking at social networks. And yes, I can't do it for you. I can't come and get you out of bed, and I can't talk to you about it physically, but you are the king. Don't forget this. It is your duty to change your reality, but I will try to lead you step by step to a state where you start loving yourself, and you will like who you look at in the mirror. Reality, but I will try to lead you step by step to a state where you start loving yourself, and you will like who you look at in the mirror. You will feel your uniqueness and hold on tightly to who you are and how you live. You don't define your existence by the existence of others. In our time, most things work backwards. This is done specifically. Those who are interested in this are doing it consciously, slowly, unhurriedly, step by step. We will slowly discover these steps, follow their hypocritical path, and kick them in the ass. All the lies, all the messy and distorted paths that they have created. The main thing is to remember and know that you are not alone. Loneliness is no longer your destiny. You are probably wondering where the path of truly normal human relationships in life begins. Let's look at the past and find out what was then and what was not then. Then there was ethics, adherence to norms, general ethics, to put it briefly. And what was not there was information, access to information, especially to what you can see. For example, if you lived in Europe and had not been to America, you would know America as a place depicted in paintings, or a country perceived from a written book that allowed you to imagine and create it the way you wanted it to be. Do you understand? Imagination begins with this. Remember this. Now, what is happening in modern times? No need to imagine. We see everything through high-quality video photography. Everything is seen and perceived, not as it is, but as the director wants to show you. For example, let's take Los Angeles. Beautiful, attractive palm trees, expensive cars, huge houses, businesses, beautiful views, big income, naked women with big breasts and short dresses. In short, freedom and an ideal life. This is exactly what the director is trying to show you. And I'm not saying that it's not like that. It is like that, but only a maximum of 5-10% of this place. Come on, name me one movie or program or story where the real life of Los Angeles is filmed for a large audience in a non-humorous way. I could give you a whole hour to think about it. The answer will be zero. That is, they forget about 95% of this city, which represents poverty, hopelessness, 3,400 officially registered criminals, the gang, the 140,000 gang members that are actually more than the number of people, the dirty streets that smell of drugs and narcotics, the fear that the police inaction causes, the fear that someone will do something to you at any time, the unemployment and everything being sold for money and sex, the 5% enjoying life while the 95% are in front of them. This is the director's merit, and I don't mean a specific person here. I hope you understand, right? Remember that the whole world consists of such directors, and it depends on them what they show you, what they make you believe in, and what dreams they instill in your head. And this happens unnoticed. There's a lot to talk about, but I want you to learn the first basis of my calling. What you want, what you believe in, and what you are passionate about. In most cases, it does not belong to you. It is instilled by TV shows, films with untalented actors, social networks, and of course, the poorest directors or so-called influencers, content creators on TikTok, Instagram, and so on. This is the most dangerous category because these uneducated, ugly people are ready to sell their souls for an extra $1, and only because they can buy a $50 Chanel bag made in China, which Chanel will sell them for $3,000. And for this, they need to believe that, for example. A drink in which 30 grams of sugar, it doesn't taste like anything, a skin cream that causes a million diseases because it's made in an unsanitary place is supposedly very useful. You try to believe it. The company tries to sell it to you. This crazy influencer even tries to buy a rotten Chanel bag. So remember that in many cases, what you think you want is not reality at all. And this wrong inspiration and desire blocks your real desire. And I want you to understand this well, as I mean, for example, you want hot women, hot sex, and so on. You probably know this situation, right? Many men are like this. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't want this. I'm telling you that watching porn or even girls on Instagram, which are 99% escorts, should not cause you to become enslaved, and you shouldn't look at them like a victim. You are a man. Your duty is to be the hunter, not the victim who watches all this and blames himself for being too far away for this girl to see. In other words, you need to change your perspective from the victim mentality to the hunter-prey perspective. We have been lied to for so many years, and I'm sick to my stomach knowing about it. Every millionaire, every billionaire tries to hide what makes you successful, rich, uncontrollable, untouchable, but no one tells you about it. They hide it, and this is not the beginning. It is already like a disease that has matured. People are weakened, penniless, sick, addicted to drugs, hoping for a salary from month to month. And at this time, I don't even mean America. You know that there are countries where it is normal for a person to have a salary of $200 a month and live with it, hoping that at the end of the month, this money will be enough and not raise a voice. In other words, what you earn in one day in America and then cry that you don't have enough money and blame everyone and everything for it, that money is earned in 1 month in other countries. And these countries are not African countries. They earn much less. Their differentiation, it's an amazing thing. You can look at it and analyze it from many angles. It's amazing how they created the structure of the world with great observation and great anticipation, where specific business industries that as a rule should not even exist if a person had faith in their own destiny and a little knowledge slowly become empires. These businesses, mega cities, are moving into the status of corporations where more than 100,000 people work for them, and the rest of the people are poisoned mentally, physically, spiritually, and morally. And this is the norm. This has been going on for a long time. They have weakened humanity for a very long time. For a very long time, many generations have been growing weaker and weaker. Their duty is to have as little testosterone as possible, as little ambition as possible, less perception of reality, less wild feelings, less courage, less masculinity. They need a weakened, hungry, mindless, sick crowd that will serve them and will not raise their voice, will not have a sense of their own dignity, will not have their own opinion, will not have their own will do what they are ordered to do or instilled in them from childhood at school to do. And this is not your fault. This is the fault of the system. The system and their cunning plan are to blame for the fact that you are sitting and even now you have doubts in your head. You do not know who to trust. Your own thoughts are driving you crazy and you think that you are living someone else's life. And what happens if you don't see what to do? What happens if you don't understand what your calling is? What happens if you can't shape yourself and improve yourself the way you want to? At least I'll be here with my group and support you. Isn't that enough? Everyone wants to do something, change something, but let's be realistic. All the so-called motivators and just clown gurus want money from you. They get richer and you get more and more into the trap. But not here. I will always support you, and you will know that you are not alone. There is someone who will listen to you, and there will be a team of people like me and you who will talk to each other and listen to each other. I think this is the most important. You will be a member of a team, a brotherhood that will be able to enjoy full power. Everything I talk about is mine and only my truth, and I invite you to my world where you will become a man from a boy, and from a loser you will become a winner. These are not simple words. All examples, all opinions, and all reasons will be explained and proven by me. Everything will be put into practice and proven, because no matter how much I talk to you here, which all self-proclaimed gurus do, only words will not produce results, only explanations. I want everything to be put into practice, and these amazing changes will happen, even if slowly, even if not with lightning speed, but without a doubt. This is the first stage of our acquaintance. Get ready. The best things are waiting for us. Now, I'll say goodbye for now, and don't miss my next video.